Hello everybody, my name is Jan Marco Dela Cruz. The topic that I will be doing is multi-state outbreak of Salmonella agona infections linked to rice and wheat puff cereal. Step 1. Background. Salmonella is a foodborne illness, and the bacteria can be spread when food or water comes into contact with feces. The illness lasts 4 to 7 days depending on the severity. Some symptoms include diarrhea, abdominal cramps, fever, and nausea and vomiting. The Malt-O-Meal company discovered that Salmonella had been present in a Minnesota plant. 28 people in 15 different states were infected with this strain, and ages ranged from 4 months to 95 years old. Step 2. The current situation. As mentioned before, 28 people have been infected with this strain of Salmonella. A strength regarding the Malt-O-Meal company case outbreak was that the CDC, FDA, and multiple state health departments worked collaboratively towards finding the source and factors that contributed to the outbreak. Some examples of this include interviewing infected people, comparing DNA fingerprints, and analyzing different outbreak patterns. A weakness that I found was that failure to review food products before they were distributed to local grocery stores may have contributed to the outbreak. An opportunity that the Malt-O-Meal company had and took was that products would best diffuse by date April 8, 2008 to March 18, 2009 were immediately recalled to prevent the spread of an outbreak. And a threat. Food products were sent out prior to analyzing routine food testing results. Step 3. Prioritize core issues. So the first core issue was that the CDC identified Malt-O-Meal company as the source of the outbreak after comparing and correlating multiple outbreak patterns in the 15 affected states. The second core issue is that potential infected products may be in consumers' homes and stores still, and not all consumers will know to check the best diffuse by date if they have not watched the news. Core issue number 3. Prioritize prevention. It is important that the Malt-O-Meal company informs consumers about steps that can be taken to prevent the infection and recall infected products quickly. Step 4. Analyze alternatives. So in my first approach, I used the health belief model. Issue a public service announcement that informs consumers of the dangers of salmonella poisoning, the existence of a current outbreak, and how consumers can protect themselves. The perceived susceptibility is that we are informing consumers of the dangers of salmonella poisoning. The perceived threat is the existence of a current outbreak, and the likelihood of engaging in health-promoting behavior is how consumers can protect themselves. In approach 2, we use the ecological model. Create new public health policies that require food companies to pass a food test analysis before mass distribution of products. This is important because if a policy is passed where the products are reviewed before they come out, then there's a less likely chance of an outbreak. Step 5. Recommendations. In recommendation 1, I recommend that Malt-O-Meal company educates consumers on the ways that salmonella infections can spread, including more uncommon ways such as this case. Recommendation number 2. Grocery stores should remove Malt-O company cereals from shelves to help prevent spread of infection. Step 6. The action plan. Malt-O-Meal company should immediately issue a recall for all products related to the salmonella outbreak within the first week. All stores with infected products should remove products from shelves, and the general public should be notified of the outbreak and steps for prevention by the end of the month. This is where we would use the health belief model. Consumers who purchase infected products should contact local public health department and be refunded by the end of 2008. By contacting the local health department, their consumers are helping to prevent the spread of disease. Within the next 5 years, the Malt-O-Meal company should develop new policies for analyzing food tests prior to mass distributing food. Step 7. Opinion. To summarize, I believe that this outbreak could have been easily prevented if Malt-O-Meal had taken more care checking their products before distributing them. Something that I did not know was that salmonella infections could be spread through cereal, and that leads me to wonder how feces came into contact with the machinery at the Minnesota plant, because that means that their plant wasn't clean, which is not a good thing. I think that it's very important to pay attention to public health news for latest information regarding outbreaks to prevent the spread of disease and infection. And this last slide shows my references, and all the pictures have references under the slides in the notes. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.